Well, I'll start with you, Anna, because I understand that you're described as the muse of Karl Lagerfeld. And I wondered, were you always the first choice to play this role?
Not at all. Actually, the project was on a long time ago already. I remember that I met with the director who was supposed to direct it. That was 6 or 7 years ago, maybe even 8 years ago. And I met with the director, but I was much too young. I mean, Chanel in that story is supposed to be 40 years old. So 8 years ago, I was, like 24 years old, and the director told me he was interested by me, but couldn't work. And it's funny that it came back when I was nearly the good age.
When you were old.
I'm not 40, but...
You were real old.
Nearly 40. No, I'm not 40 at all, but still. Then it's a convention, if you embody. But Mads was involved much before me on that project.
Yeah, but that went down, and then it just, didn't hear from it from a while, and then they came back with Jan Kunin as the director, and so we started up again, and we got really inspired by the whole story, and we met Anna, and so it was just rock and roll from there.
It must have been hugely challenging for you, because, I don't know if you already spoke Russian and if you played the piano, I don't know, what...
Yeah, I play piano and speak Russian, and
I
didn't do any of it. I knew a little French, that was it. So it was highly challenging, but don't worry, we had 2 weeks for it, so it was all good.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we were supposed to have 3 months, but that were kind of changed because of films that was moving back and forth. But looking back at it now, I don't mind it because it became so concentrated, like a journey, like a carousel. You were just on it and in this universe 24/7. So it was kind of a benefit in the end. But while I was shooting it, I was just very tired.
And what did you know about the real lives of Coco and Igor? Because obviously this is a very intimate film, and this is kind of behind closed doors, so there's only so much we can know about what went on. So what was your kind of feeling on that?
It was very interesting to tell those characters through a little space in which we could put so much fiction. We know a lot about Chanel, and we know a lot about Stravinsky, but about their relationship we don't know much. We know that he spent 1 year at her house, but she was not living in that house. But still, she came. So we could imagine, and then it gives you a lot of freedom to depaint the character in a situation in which you invent everything.
So you felt free to kind of take artistic license?
We have to feel free when you do a film like that. Every time you're dealing with real people who did exist, you have to treat them with respect. It's fragile ground, but having said that, it has to be your own story at a certain point. You have to liberate it from it. You have to be inspired by them and make your own story and your own piece of art if you want. And if you don't do that, you could just call up the grandma and let her tell the story. That will save you a lot of money and stuff. But I think you have to take liberties with it. And
the characters kind of act quite selfishly. Was that something that did you find it hard to come to grips with the characters because of that? Was that ever a concern for you?
No, selfishness is a very big part of drama. I think that's a gift for any actor. This is what drama is. If you just see people who are doing the right thing constantly, there's absolutely no drama in there. But they were very selfish. They were big egos, both of them. For a fact, that much we know. And obviously that will, when they clash, it would be a slightly different clash.
When you have something to accomplish as an artist or as a person, you have to trust yourself as if you were someone else, And so, of course, it's selfishness. It can be tough, but then we all we have all that inheritance. Like, as a woman, I feel a direct inheritance with Chanel, and the legacy of the music of Stravinsky is something amazing. Then it makes you think differently also about judging. We're in a society in which we're judging so much, saying, this is good, this is bad, but it's full of hypocrisy.
And also, we talked a little bit about the fact that it's quite an intimate story, and obviously you have intimate scenes together. It sounds like you didn't have a lot of time to prepare beforehand. I mean, does that make it sort of easier or more difficult when you're sort of thrown into this very intimate situation?
Are you talking about the intimate scenes?
Yeah.
But the intimate scenes they're just scenes, in that case, you always have to figure out where do we start and where do we finish, and we have to feel comfortable with it. Comfortable that we show something in the film that we think is the right thing to show. And when we're at that point, then it's easy to make it. But if we are a little blurry on where we're going with it, it can be very uncomfortable to do scenes like that. But I think we did.
Sex scenes are the most boring scenes ever.
Not with me.
I mean, it's the most boring scenes to do. For an actor, yeah, but it's very difficult to find a space of freedom, you know?